sir.
Good morning.
Could you let us know what your name is, please?
My name is Malginov. I'm coming from Moscow. I'm working in the Foreign Ministry of the Russian Federation, and I'm the head of the department which is working for the ties with our Russians abroad.
Did you just arrive here today?
Well, not today. Yesterday late evening.
Is this your first time to Hawaii?
Yes, that's right. But this is not time. I came here only for one day. I'm afraid I will not be in a position to see Hawaii. So I will have to come another.
You have to come again.
Yes, of course.
Yes. And
Fine.
what do you hope to achieve from this trip?
Well, for us, the event is rather important. Important because of the initiatives of the Russians staying in the United States, especially the Congress of Russian Americans. They are trying to bring back and to show to a wider American public the long history of relations between our two countries. You can imagine that 200 years ago, already in various parts of the present United States, there were Russian settlements. It was in Alaska, it was in Fort Ross in California, and here in Hawaii. And this is very interesting that for 200 years our countries and our people did learn each other. These pages of history we must not forget, because our memory has to be preserved, because you cannot build future without deep knowledge of your past. And that's good that in the United States, American people, enthusiasts, are trying to preserve the history as a whole, yeah? Because the history of the United States is the history of a very complex infiltration of cultures, languages, peoples, and so on and so forth. And Russians were one of them. You cannot imagine American culture, American history without influence of the people coming from the Russian Federation. As I said, 200 years ago, and the 20th century, if you look about Rachmaninoff and Stravinsky, Sikorsky, and some other names. So let's try to remember, let's try to preserve this rich history, because this may be a foundation for future relations and understanding between the people. And more we remember about our relations of the past, it will be more difficult to destroy it. And you know that there are certain influences trying to destroy the relations, so it will be more easier to preserve it for the future, for future generations.
Is this piece of history, this special piece of history, known to Russians back in Russia?
Well, you see, not very much, believe me. And about the history of Russian settlements in Hawaii, I learned only just a couple of years ago. I knew, of course, about Alaska, I knew about California, we knew about expedition of Ryazanov, but Hawaii, no, it was, for me at least, it was very interesting and very innovative, and I'm very grateful to enthusiasts here in the United States, and as well as for enthusiasts in the Russian Federation. Historians, they're trying to bring it back.
So had history taken a different turn, this could have been the Russian Republic of Hawaii.
I doubt, it's a little bit too far. A little bit too far.
But had that happened, how do you think Hawaii would look like today?
Sorry?
Had that happened, had we become a Russian Republic of Hawaii, how do you think Hawaii would look like today in terms of...
Working in the foreign ministry, I would say that the history doesn't have subjunctive mood. So it's not like this. It's very difficult to imagine. Let historians, experts, and writers just try to create something, some fiction about this. For me, it's rather difficult. Okay.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Malginov. Thank you so much. Yeah, welcome.
Thank you.
Enjoy your stay here.
But thank you. And I wish all the best to Hawaiian people to prosper, to expand the tourist inflow, and I hope that Russian history of Hawaiians will also will permit more tourists even from the Russian Federation to come here to learn and to see this.
That sounds wonderful. I believe I'm hearing talks about setting up a sister city relationship with Russia already. Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.